Welcome to Space News Brief. You can find us on Twitter at Space News Brief or online at bluehelmco.com. Today in 1966, the Gemini 12 mission launched into orbit. Jim Lovell and Buzz Aldrin were the two astronauts aboard. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, and these are your top space news headlines. SpaceX was awarded a $29.6 million contract under the National Security Space Launch Phase 2 contract that allows the U.S. Space Force to monitor and study data from the company's commercial and civil space missions. Tokyo-based ispace announced November 9th it opened an office in Denver that it will use to design lunar landers. The company is already working with 2 commercial landers and is part of a team led by Draper that is one of 14 companies in NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services program. Fleet operator APT Satellite has contracted China Great Wall Industry Corporation to build its APStar 6E satellite based on a new, small, high-throughput platform as part of a joint venture. After 2 consecutive years of losses, the space insurance industry is hoping to break even this year while seeking continued increase in premiums. As always, the article is linked in the show notes. Raytheon Technologies announced November 10th it intends to acquire Blue Canyon Technologies, a manufacturer of small satellites and spacecraft components. Blue Canyon is a privately held company. Raytheon did not disclose the value of the acquisition, and the transaction is expected to close by early 2021, pending regulatory approval. NASA has formally certified SpaceX's Crew Dragon spacecraft for transporting astronauts to and from the International Space Station, clearing the way for the November 14th launch. A draft policy on opening up India's space sector is expected to bring, quote, transformational change, unquote, the chairman of the commercial arm of the Indian Space Agency said November 10th. Telesat announced November 9th that it has finalized an agreement with the Canadian government to provide subsidized broadband internet services to rural communities in the country. The government will pay Telesat 600 million Canadian over 10 years, and Telesat will, in turn, offer a dedicated pool of broadband capacity for rural communities at, quote, greatly reduced rates. Luxembourg-based Kleos Space raised $13.8 million following the November 7th launch of its first cluster of radio frequency mapping satellites. Quote, Kleos is now well-financed to execute the launch of its second cluster of satellites, Polar Vigilance Mission, in mid-2021, and to develop its third cluster of satellites, targeted to be in orbit before the end of 2021, unquote, according to a news release from today. I know, another future shredding commercial. But listen! We offer residential and commercial contactless on-site shredding. We offer purge and customized reoccurring shredding pickups. If you live in the Southern California area, pick up the phone and give us a call at 562-426-0557. This holiday season is the perfect time to purge. Get rid of those documents, feel better about yourself, and know that everything's taken care of and shredded right on site and recycled. Listen, your privacy is our future. So go to our website at futureshredding.com. Welcome to Space News Brief, Law and Policy, Launches, and Events. The Secretary of the Air Force announced November 10th that Brigadier General Stephen Purdy has been named Commander of the U.S. Space Force's 45th Space Wing and Director of the Eastern Range of Patrick Air Force Base, Florida. The Senate Appropriations Committee, in a report November 10th, criticized the practices by some agencies of procuring launch services directly from commercial providers, thusly bypassing the National Security Space Launch Program run by the U.S. Space Force. A Senate appropriations bill will provide NASA with only a small fraction of the funding it requested for lunar landing development, putting any chance of returning humans to the moon by 2024 in jeopardy. The Senate CJS spending bill offers $23.495 billion for NASA, $866 million more than the House bill, but $1.7 billion below the administration's request for fiscal year 2021. We have a launch November 13th of United Launch Alliance's Atlas V rocket. And then we have a November 14th launch of SpaceX's Crew Dragon mission. Events. Join NASA experts from the Biological and Physical Sciences Division for a Reddit Ask Me Anything event to learn how you can help shape the future of NASA research. The link is in the show notes. I'm looking at you, Chance. Okay, in the fun section, I have an interesting read for you. It's titled, Joe Biden just announced his NASA transition team. Here's what the space policy might look like under the new administration. Go look at how it could possibly change. All right, so I know this week has been wonky. I haven't been here. I've had family in town. I know it sounded different. I literally deleted my entire file for the show at the beginning of the week. Actually, I think it was like Sunday. So I've had to build back months of work from scratch. We will make it bigger and better. So I know, no more excuses. I got it. It is what it is. Life gets in there. Life, you try to develop these routines and, programs for your life, and then, things just get in there. One day you drink too much coffee and you take on too much work than you should have, Is that just me? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, hey. Thank you for listening, all you space nerds and curious minds. Please rate, review, leave me a comment, let some people know about it. Just, tell them to listen. Give it a little whirl. Give it a whirl. Drink your water. My name is Chad Scarborough. I'll talk to you tomorrow. S&B is a space news aggregate that takes all the daily top space news headlines and presents them in a daily podcast. For transparency purposes, we list every story we cover in the show notes. We do not claim to write or own any of these stories.